Phil, can you tell me what ballot initiative 5B is?
Yes, 5B is a bond question. So let's make the distinction between the bond question and the MLO. The mill levy override is intended to provide operational revenue. The bond is intended to provide funds for capital improvements, basically facilities. So the majority of this money is going to go towards addressing two of our biggest needs in our community: affordable housing and capacity for pre-K, childhood care, early childhood care. Property values have really skyrocketed in the last couple of years, and it's nearly impossible for people to come here as new teachers and find an affordable place to live. So going back to trying to be competitive in a very tight hiring market, a huge advantage that we could have as a community would be to have more affordable housing so that people have a comfortable place to land here that they can afford and still have a reasonable lifestyle. Beyond affordable housing, we also need to increase our capacity for pre-K care, toddler and infant care. Presently, if we combine both ends of the valley, east and west, we have a waiting list that's over 300 children long. 300 children that can't find pre-K placement. So in order to address that, we have made some efforts. We converted June Creek Elementary School into an early childhood center. That certainly helped, but we still got over 300 kids on a waiting list. So we've got designs to build a pre-K facility in Gypsum. We have on that same property plans to include affordable housing. We would also like to finish converting the Edwards Early Learning Center on the second floor into a pre-K facility. Our initial conversion only did the first floor, so there's still room up top there for some more 10 additional classrooms. We also own some land in Minturn at Malloy Park, right next to Vail Ski and Snowboard Academy, which is one of our schools. And we would love to develop that for affordable housing. We're permitted to get 130 units out of that. So if we could generate the revenue from this bond, it would certainly help us make a big dent in that demand for affordable housing. So that's where the majority of the funds would go for this bond, but there are a few others that we would also like to make some investments, a few other areas. Chief among those would be school security and infrastructure. So are there things that we can do to improve the level of safety and security at each of our schools and each of our offices? We believe that there are, but again, those take dollars. Then you get into some things that are not quite as exciting. I have to acknowledge that mechanical systems are not that fun, but they're extremely expensive. So after 10, 15 years, we have to start replacing HVAC systems, and that comes with a big cost. So some of these dollars would go to replacing some of those systems, move more air through the schools, keep them healthy. And finally, the last piece of investment that we would make is in some of our extra facilities at schools, like playgrounds. The turf fields at our high schools have a life cycle and they need to be replaced. Locker rooms, gyms. So some of those things that get run down over time that are hard, kids play hard, and we like that, but that means we have to replace those, and those take dollars as well.